Welcome back, my little dumplings. It's another retro. Look at her. Look at that wig. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, nothing of her presence right now in Kuwait is interesting to me. Like, now she's doing motivational videos, and after she did that weird Chuck E. Cheese thing. Um, Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's not. No. Um, it's either retros or I'm looking somewhere else. Those are the two options on this channel right now. And like I said, I'm doing non-girl world content coming soon. Just gotta get myself get it together. Anyway, this one's from Piggy from 2022. Foodie Beauty scams Uber Eats. Oh, love it for her. Reveals Twitch income. Natter shows up in her chat. Fun times. All right. Let's see what this girly pop has to say. Let's do it.
Oh, honey, honey, you are my candy. You ain't got me wanting you.
Hi. Oh, like, subscribe.
Right? I'm not going to give you good energy if you don't deserve it anymore. I'm bitter right now, and you can tell.
What?
I always lose subscribers when I'm a fucking bitch. Well, too bad. No man has ever loved me. I think BB and Pete loved me a lot.
Are you high? Are you high? Is this what's going on? Short girl. I actually, sorry, let me interrupt right here. Big fat face. I have a theory. I have a theory about all her men's. I really don't think they did love her. I just think this bitch is bossy. This bitch just like saw like a cute shy man. I think that's basically BB. He was quiet. He was, to himself. She liked what she saw, and she basically railroaded him into dating her, basically, and probably move into his house and be extra fucking annoying. The same with Pete's. Pete's looks like he's a pushover. I mean, he's obviously a pushover. But I think that a lot of times she is the catalyst of moving in with men or being in a relationship with a man, I should say. And that's it. I don't know if anybody's actually. You know what? I don't know. Maybe they did love her. But how would we know? Because the only source we have is her, and she's not a reliable source. So, like, even when she talked about when BB found out about her cheating, it sounded like so fake. Like, I was like, he really said that? Like, I don't know. Well, let her talk.
You feel it. You know when someone loves you.
No, you don't. You're a narcissist. How would you know that?
I did. So wrong. I hate cheaters. Oh my god, I have too many bags.
And you're a cheater.
On my balcony. Paper. I'm gonna take them out tomorrow. I'm gonna take my own fucking trash out. Bags on the balcony because I'm fucking lazy.
Ew. Oh my god. So wait, she has a balcony and there's trash on it? What? Okay. I mean, it is her, but that's disgusting. You have a balcony and you put your trash out there? Oh my god, you skank.
I know my room is a fucking pigsty.
Because you're spoiled and you never learned how to clean.
Oh my god. Look at all my papers and stuff.
Hi, the kites.
Oh my god.
Butterflies in the sky.
But it's gonna be clean soon. It's really messy right now. It doesn't take long.
Mind you, you're in your 30s.
I'm embarrassed.
And that excuse, I hate that excuse when people are like, if someone's like in the 20s or late teens, people are like, oh, they're young, they don't know how to. Bitch, don't give that. I don't care. I learned how to clean when I was 7. I damn well clean well. Like one of my side hustles is cleaning people's apartments. So yeah, like that's wild that people say, oh, they're young, they don't know how to clean. I'm like, no, that's not an excuse. Learn. Yeah, she's in her 30s though. She's in her late 30s, so she should really know how to clean. I know,
who's gonna come here?
Disgusting. Probably smells.
It's such a fucking.
What are those boxes?
Well, I mean, I have problems. Okay, you're all deranged. Chantal, do you see me and girls in Negs' bed? Address it. What? Are they having sex? I have a lot of pics. They were just dirty. And instead, I would just go buy more. Your last
God.
In Luca Magnotta's condo, I'm gonna die. I was just watching about him today. That stupid loser. Sounds like someone else we knew. Give me a break. Are you comparing someone we know to a serial killer?
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what he is. And then, like, what was on his door? If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror. I don't care. Nobody cares about you either. And I hate that people glorify him and give him the attention he's looking for, that he thinks he just deserves. No, you don't. That was his whole thing. Like, well, I'm not getting enough attention. I'm gonna go kill somebody and make the best video ever for views.
Okay. What's going on?
Stop trolling me.
Uh-oh.
You guys are weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the food all the way downstairs.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. She lives in a fucking duplex and going down some stairs is like, oh my god.
Get a refund, right? So here's the Thai soup. Let's see what. Why are you guys saying pizzas died? He did not. I'm calling corporate. Yes,
Jesus.
Jojo.
With a fork, girl? It's soup.
I'm getting my own stuff from now on.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna change woman. Okay. The only time he's off the hook is when he has COVID.
Jesus, are you talking about Adder?
I make $400 on Twitch. Yay! It's never leaves the house, so his immune system is really low. Oh shit! You think so? You think STDs strengthen your immune system?
What the fuck did she just say? No, you dumbass. You know what strengthens your immune system? Being a cockroach. You. What the hell is this video? What the hell? What?
I wanna have. The chicken's good. Pasta's boring. Oh yeah, the chicken is good though.
But she's eating the pasta.
I don't know what I would name my children, and that's actually one of the reasons I'm glad I'm not having any. And so I don't have to worry about that.
Fuck?
It would drive me nuts having
old
to
are
make
you?
that decision.
Bitch. You're in your 30s. You can't have children. Why are you talking about it? Like, it's just so strange. She's got, like, no time. Look at her eat all that food, and she's going to ask for a refund. The pasta's boring, but I'm still going to eat it.
Ligma? What is Ligma? Ligma is?
Look at her eat all that food. Right? Jesus.
Rather
She had soup, pasta, rolls.
I mean, it's cute too. Like, really cute. Wait till the person has done their fucking live stream. You thieving pieces of crap. You're not gonna get away with it. Mark my words.
Well, you deleted
I'm
everything.
gonna lawyer up.
That's
don't
on.
worry. No, I didn't change my mind, of course. It takes me forever to do things.
I haven't changed my mind. I love when she says, I didn't lie. I just changed my mind. It's my favorite. So you're watching how much she's eating, right? You're seeing how much she's eaten so far in this video. And she's going to ask for a refund. That's fucking sketch. Oh, and she's eating the dessert too?
Miss Fields, she thinks she's fucking smart and has a case and counter strikes and puts in all caps letters on a legal document. I have the right to do this. No, you don't. And I'm going to show you don't have the right. And you're not going to be able to afford to fight me back. So don't even go there. But that's bullying and harassment. It's like in the terms of service. You cannot make fun.
Well, even that, what just Piggy's just put on the screen. You seem to, Chantel, Chantel, you seem to have a strange definition of things. Like you're very much a cherry picker. You're very much a cherry picker when it comes to certain roles. It's really interesting how you're like, yeah, they bullied me, but you bullied somebody last week.
Dog is pretty mild compared to piece of shit crackhead.
Yeah, she really doesn't think the roles apply to her.
Who talks like that all the time? Who shames people all the time? All these reaction
you.
All I would have
you
to do is like sit there, like, and these people mass report my channel and got my channel taken.
It's wild because she's here like, who bullies me and who mass reports you dumb bitch. If it isn't you, it's one of your minions. Like, it's known. Like, I always say this, but I'm new to the community and I've been retro reacting and watching old content, and it's obvious it's you. You are the problem. You are the problem.
Down. But it's not good for me to do that when I have actually legit reason.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby.
You called someone an Egyptian piece of shit. Well, and he has a right to strike me for that, I guess.
But he won't, because you're his.
The difference is, I took it down.
No, you didn't.
Blackout drunk when I said it. At least that piece of words wasn't rigged. Mine would be rigged. No, it wouldn't.
What?
I don't think we're gonna clean. I said possibly clean. Actually, I cleaned my desk.
Shocker.
That's as far as I always get. I would make it fair.
Yeah.
Disgusting. At DC, she hated eggs, and now she's lying on a bed in his mom's. How do you know? Like, are they just what? Why is there tea I don't know about? Are they just visiting each other, or are you assuming they're sleeping together, or what? Chantal never actually cleans. She just moves things around.
It's true. That's literally what she does. She moves things around. But the thing is, she's a disgusting pig. Like, at this ripe age of 30-something, like, she ain't gonna learn. She either learns to use that money for something good, like getting a maid and having someone come in, which, spoiler alert, we all know she doesn't. Or she just continues being a pig, which, spoiler alert, she still is, even in Kuwait, as a modest Muslim. So, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, but it's like late. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna go out with a guy who sleeps in a bed with another woman. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing
come
it.
On.
Come on. I'm not settling for something that pisses.
Spoiler alert, she already does. I swear, someone mentioned this in a comment the other day about her recent. Was it her recent stuff? Where, like, if you're watching this in the future, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But if you're watching this in the present, they were talking about her going to Chuck E. Cheese, or as Garlic Bread says, Chuck Cheese, which I think is kind of cool. You guys kept ripping on him for calling it Chuck Cheese. I was like, sounds like a rapper. Anyway, Chuck Cheese. When she went to Chuck Cheese by herself with her fake husband, and then she, like, recently, I think it was today, she released a video where she's talking about motivation and stuff, which is hilarious. Of all people putting out a motivational video, this one. Someone mentioned in one of these comments and in the Twitters that does she have multiple personality? Like, does she suffer from multiple personality disorder? Because she says things and then she does quite the opposite. So I'm starting to think, I'm like, I already think she's got some developmental issues. I've always said that. I'm like, she uses that R word a lot. She uses a hard R, you know? And I'm a little older than Chantal, a couple of years. And she's like, well, you know, people used to say it all the time. Not really. Because our parents and our teachers and our, you know, adults supervising us would tell us to stop that shit out, you know? That's not okay. So we all learned not to say it. So the fact that you say it in God's green earth, Beyonce's internet of 2025, still, and just blame it on, oh, well, we used to say it all the time. It's hard for me to. Where did you learn that? Did people call you that? Is that why you're so clinging on to that word? Because none of us use that word, okay? People do it nowadays just to shock people, but I feel like in your case, you may have heard it a couple of times too many. Just my theory.
It often makes me unhappy. No, no, no. You're literally going out with someone who sleeps with other women.
Yes,
I'm not
exactly.
going out with anyone. I'm single as they come. Slept with someone else in Cuba.
You're such a liar. Me, a Caribbean Latin, knows that Cuban men are never that desperate. Trust and believe. I know enough Cuban men in my life. Straight, fresh off the boat Cuban men. They're not that desperate. Trust and believe.
If that didn't cement the deal,
You're such a liar.
Could not be with him. Does it prevent me from thinking about him sometimes? No, but fuck that, man.
Oh, she got the fancy water.
And it's tiring. Stuff always being your fault. No, I don't want to fucking live that way. I don't want to live that. Okay, let me complain to Uber Eats and get a refund.
Oh my god.
I do this a lot. I'm kidding. I don't actually. That's why.
No. When you say I'm kidding, oh, thank you. It's on the screen. You know when she says she's kidding, she means she's serious, right? I was about to say, you know when she says I'm kidding, it's the truth. But they put it on the screen too. Like that doesn't change. Anytime she says something and it's like, huh? And she's like, oh, I'm kidding. You know that's the truth. That's the truth. Or anytime she says, prove it. That means that it's probably true. Like, oh, you didn't really get married. All right, really? Prove it. I mean, you know, she's predictable.
I have a problem because I really only use it when I have to.
Lies. You're the reason why I can never get a refund. She literally ate all of it. God, she's so despicable.
It was gross. I don't want to pay for it.
Wow.
Whatever. I mean, I don't want it to be a big deal. Oh, they refunded it. But I'm okay.
I hope delivery apps crack down on people like her just looking for free food. Not saying you shouldn't complain if there's a legit mistake. What she's doing is wrong. Agreed. Nowadays, this is in 2022, I believe. Nowadays, it's really hard to do this. If you, let's say you order from different places, and I've had this happen, not all, she orders every freaking day, probably for every meal. I order in a span of a week or two, sometimes twice a week. And that's like today I was checking out my finances. I'm like, no more takeout this month. And let's say, and this has actually happened to me during the pandemic. This really did happen to me. In the pandemic, I ordered more because, I was like, oh, I'm so sick of eating at home. So I ordered more. I ordered from different places, trying new places, and some of the stuff was burnt or whatever. And after the 2 orders that I complained about, and it wasn't like she's asking for all her money. It would be one thing, oh, you forgot my Coke, or this was burnt, or this came really cold. I don't know what was up with the delivery guys. My biggest complaint was, a lot of my orders would come squished or damaged, and I would ask for a refund because it was the food was everywhere. Legit reason. I didn't even get to eat it, or they would forget a Coke or something like that. And after the second time of doing that, they crack down on you now. They want pictures. They want to see what the damage was, which I was like, yeah, totally. They don't just nilly-dilly give you back your money. You have to send a photo of the damaged good or show the bag and show the missing item. They don't do this anymore. And I bet it's because of Chantel. and mind you, she was doing it a lot because I could see her abusing the system. I'm talking about the second time I did it, they told me send pictures and you got to talk to somebody online. You got to talk to customer service. I'm in New York, so they were really they really cracked down, and it was just twice I did it. On the third time they were and he was a span of 2 weeks too, so I don't know. It's crazy, but to think that she was she ate the whole meal and she was like, oh, it wasn't that great. I'm gonna send it back. While some of us have damaged goods, didn't get the Cokes or the fries sometimes. and we try to send it back, and we have to go through all these hoops to get our money back, is wild. And sometimes they wouldn't even give me my, like, I believe they gave me a credit. They didn't give me my money back. Like, they gave me a credit. So, fuck you, Chantal. That's all I want to say.
Was good from the Uber Eats lady. Not worth the price. Not so tasty. Gross.
But you ate it all.
I'm so entitled.
Yes, yeah, you are
entitled to a good meal for fucking $70.
You spent $70 on that?
Alfredo. I paid for everything else. You ate it all. No, I left a lot of the Alfredo, and the chicken was. I had to spit the chicken out. It was nasty.
Yeah, liar.
Hard day's work is actually like. I worked my.
Girl, you ate, like, we were sitting here talking and watching you. You were eating that pasta. Like, oh, I didn't eat all of it. We need proof. We need to see it. Like, you are such a crook. And $70 worth of takeout? Holy shit. Like, if I order takeout, my limit is $50 with tip and everything. Like, that's as much as I'm willing to spend. And that's just me. Like, and I don't get, like, McDonald's or Burger King. I think I've mentioned that before. Like, because McDonald's, Burger King is just as expensive as, like, a nicer restaurant to get food here. So why would I go and get McDonald's when I can order from a really, like, nice burger spot that makes burgers from, like, real beef and make real French fries from real potato? You know what I mean? If it's going to cost me just as much as getting it from, you know, McDonald's or Burger King, like, I might as well order from there. So, like, I make sure there's like a 20% tip. You know, I order what I can, but I keep it under $50 because I'm not about this spending all this money on fast food life. Because I shouldn't be, but all right. But, you know, it could just be me. But
whole life, like, I used to work like 60 hours a week actually.
Oh, give it a break.
Not the shittiest jobs. I was fortunate. I had pretty good jobs.
But no, I don't think she's a hard worker at all.
And I stayed in school.
Didn't she get fired for coming late all the time? That's one of the stories I heard. She just would not come to work on time, and then she got laid off. Well, I think she got fired. She said she was laid off, and she said I could be telling the wrong story, but I'm pretty sure she said something about her boss not liking her. When later she kind of confessed that it was more that she was always late, and they checked the badge time, and they saw that she was always late. That actually happened to me once. I had this, like, really annoying boss, and she wasn't the type to come and talk to you about it. So she went to our supervisor and let her know, and they brought me into a meeting, and the supervisor was like, look, you keep coming in late. And I was like, and I looked at my boss, I'm like, you couldn't have this conversation with me? You had to come to her? Like, I said it, like, I was like, that's crazy. Like, if you're keeping tabs on my coming in at what time, yet you couldn't have just been like, hey, you know. And it was a freelance job, so I was under the impression just show up by a certain time. But in her brain, she wanted me there at 9:30, and I would show up at like 9:45. And I was young. I was an idiot. 9:45, whatever. But I would, like, divvy out the time. But she was like, instead of being like, hey, I really need you to be more punctual and come at 9:30 and leave at 5:30. This is what I need you to do. She didn't talk to me about it because she was kind of afraid of me. She was like a tiny, meek woman. And I'm a big old, strong Amazon of a woman. And she went to her supervisor and she let her know. And then they had a meeting with me. And I was like, and you couldn't tell me this. I said to her supervisor, she never brought it up to me. And I just don't, you know, that seems strange that if you had an issue with me coming in at different times, that you wouldn't discuss this with me. And the supervisor kind of agreed with me because I was like, why would you waste the supervisor's time with this whole, anyway, sorry. Just going on tangent to say, Chantal looks like she's a shit worker. Not like she can have a real job nowadays because of her size. I'm like, woof. Hey, doggy, you're a big girl. But anyway.
And I worked my fucking ass off, so.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm not lazy, entitled. drifting my way through life. I worked to get where I am. Actually, thank you very fucking much. Yeah. Usually, I didn't drop out of school. I finished high school, and I like dropped out. I had 2 years of university. So what? More than most people do.
No, you didn't. You had a week of university. You had a week of university, you lying bitch. A week.
I don't need college for what I do now, so who cares? Really?
You're
Even
so
if I did have
smart.
my college degree, I probably wouldn't get a freaking job. I went out of university and still found a job for like $70K a year or whatever it was.
Liar.
But close. I went and traveled to friggin' Canada and volunteered 40 hours a week in Katimavik by myself. That took bravery. When I was like,
wait a minute. Didn't her mother put her in Katimavik because she was a little shit? Now she's volunteering for Katimavik? What? My understanding is you're such a fucking terror to your poor mother, which is actually her fault. She should have wrangled you in a long time ago. That your mom put you in Katimavik. I don't think you actually volunteered for it. You guys correct me down below.
17. I was so homesick, and then I left school to do that, and I came back, and none of my friends were at my high school. I had finished high school, my final senior year, which was like a prerequisite year for university. I had to finish that by myself, pretty much. Like, and whenever you're a teenager and you don't have friends around, it's embarrassing eating lunch by yourself or with the loser kids or whatever. I didn't even fucking care at that point. All my friends had dropped out of high school or were like to have kids or whatever.
Oh gosh, she must have had some wheelchairs. So we're gonna stop it here. It's wild to me that she always talks about high school being in her late 30s, almost 40s. I think like recently she talked about high school too. I haven't thought about high school in a really long time. Sometimes people remind me of it. I was like, oh, like they'll remind me of the time I went to high school in the 90s, and someone will be like talking about fashion from the 90s. I was like, yeah, that's when I was in high school. But do I remember it? No. Silly gooses. The fact that she always talks about high school is always weird to me too. Like, and she's all like, I volunteered at Katimavik, and then I came back and all my friends had dropped out, and I'm like, oh, real proud of yourself, I see. I'm still under the impression that she had to join Katimavik because her mom kicked her out or something. You guys let me know below. Yeah, this is another retro of her being herself. Just being so... Oh, Chantal, you messy bitch. Oh, well. Anyway, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below like you always do. I love it. Let me know if you remember this stream. This is a little tamer than usual. I mean, there was Koki telling her to not talk about TT, but that's about it. Her talking about Katimavik. Like, okay, that's great. Awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay sassy.